Hi everyone,
guys,
welcome back to my channel.
My channel, actually.
Well,
Just gonna get my tea.
look who I'm here with.
Hi!
I like to think that I dreamt this into fruition.
I think you did.
Because I remember years ago I said, in my head, I think Caroline and I are best friends and we're gonna have tea in London.
I remember you saying that, except we're having tea in LA.
Yeah, and I think it's like 2 or 3 years. I don't know.
It's a while.
Yeah. Awesome.
Hi.
Hi.
We're gonna split this video, basically. We're gonna just film one long Q&A and then split it in half.
Yeah. I'm good at long video.
Yeah, neither of us do 3-minute videos.
You can't get a lot of information in that amount of time. Sometimes I wish I could be like, the product is great, buy this, goodbye. That's
not my style.
Mic drop, I know.
No.
It would be easy though.
So we have behind the camera Jordan Samuel, who joins us to ask the questions.
Yeah.
Today on The Price is Right.
That's right.
So we asked on our Instagram and Twitter for questions from the Q&A, and there's hundreds of them.
Yeah.
Which is why I made tea.
Yep.
So, should we just go?
Yep. Shoot.
Shall we?
Oh
Yep.
God. And we don't know, by the way.
Yeah.
Best advice for pregnancy skincare. Should you avoid certain products or add more products?
Well, okay, so for those of you who don't know me, I've had 27 children.
They just fall out now.
Yeah, I had a Monty Python sketch. Catch that one for me, will you? 4 children. I didn't change much in my routine. Depending on when you're pregnant through the winter or the summer, you might find you get too hot, or generally you tend to get too hot, so you get flushed cheeks. That's the main thing. I'm not endorsing anything, but I don't know. I'll just say this. The industry has to tell you not to use certain ingredients, okay? I do not know one woman who works in the industry who adapted her routine to avoid products that she had always used. It's probably best to say that.
Yeah.
So, and I only say that, like I say, I'm not endorsing anything. I'm only saying that so that if you find out you're 8 weeks pregnant, don't have a panic attack if you've been using retinoids and salicylic acid and anything like that. Please don't stress. That's the best, safest way to say it. But yeah, I don't know anyone who's changed their routine. And I know derms who will do a full 30% salicylic peel on someone who's pregnant because they are utterly confident that it causes no problem.
Yeah. Yeah, because it really has to be able to penetrate deep into your skin, get into your blood for it to be an issue, and I don't really know that many products that are going to do that.
Well, without a needle, there aren't any.
My boyfriend has extremely dry skin to the point where it's red and blotchy and flaky. What can I give him to sort it out? He is literally a living nightmare that I shout out on a daily basis to moisturize. The easier, the better.
A really good moisturizer.
I would get the Belief True Cream Moisturizing Balm. I know I've just mentioned that like 50 times, but that's not expensive. It doesn't have a ton of bells and whistles. It's a pretty clean scent that I don't think he's going to feel like is girly, maybe. And I think that'll give him some TLC on his face.
I would do Eucerin because it's in the drugstore or the chemist in London, in England, sorry, and it's in a pump, so it's easier for men. Men don't tend to, if it's too much effort, they're not going to take the lid off the tub.
That's true.
Trust me, I know this. And so Eucerin, and they do a range called Atto Control, which has 2 products. One is for a drier skin that is sort of sensitized and you know it can feel reactive, and they do a stronger one for if you have eczema or rosacea or anything like that and your skin actively flares up. So you can use one day to day and you can have one on standby if it's flaring up. So if, for example, if he shaves and it makes it worse, he could use the stronger one in the morning and the other one at night. But they're both a pump and they're cheap as chips, as we say in England.
I love chips.
Cheap as chips. We mean chips, French fries. So you mean
I like
crisps.
French fries.
You mean crisps.
Yeah.
Well, let's face it, Jesus' gift to the earth was the potato.
I agree. It should be the most nutrient-dense food on the planet. I can eat potatoes all day.
This person would like to know the vitamin C and niacinamide issues if used together.
Okay, I originally had thought that they would cancel each other out, but I actually read a blog by it's kind of Steven. Yeah, and he is.
Hi, Steven.
Yeah, he's super smart, and he explained it that it's not an issue.
Doesn't work.
So, yeah, so
they're fine.
Yeah,
and what I mean is they don't clash.
Yeah.
They don't clash, and it's one of those things. I think now, on reflection, it's one of those things where the industry wants you to think that they react so that you buy more product.
Yeah.
And Steven isn't just a blogger, he's a cosmetic scientist.
Yeah.
And he goes into minutiae of detail, and he basically was saying you would have to use this much of this. It was enough to sort of sink a ship, and this much of this, and they'd have to be used at this strength in order for them to counteract. So crack on.
Yeah, we'll link the article.
Yeah, whichever blog this ends up on, we'll link it below.
This might be hard.
Oh no.
Tell us what products you're most excited about right now coming up from your favorite skincare lines. Also, your insights on why these small indie skincare names are successful. I think brands.
Okay, so the ones I'm excited about now is the one that we were talking about earlier that we can't talk about, that we've both received and we are obsessed with.
Yeah.
And we'll tell you what that is if it's out by the time this goes up, because we don't know when it's out. And then I think the indie brands are successful is because they have a face behind the brand. This is my opinion. They have a face behind the brand and they are answerable to their customers. So you're not buying from a company that answers to shareholders. You're buying from a company that is, you have the name on the box or the name behind the box, and they take everything to heart, and they work with intention, and the intention and the integrity is good, and that shines through on social media. Social media is where brands live or die.
Yeah,
to me.
and lately they've
There
been so many train wrecks lately. It's like you don't want to look, but you can't help it. You're like,
I can't believe it's still going on.
I know,
It's still going on. Make
You're
it
always
stop.
like, that person has no friends in their life that's not smacking the phone out of their head. Like, stop it.
Stop yourself.
Stop it now. Stop it now. Yeah, I think the same thing. Indie brands also is that they are establishing themselves, so they care a lot more about results and customers being happy, opposed to some brands that just throw shit against the wall and see what sticks at that point when they're like, oh, we know we're trading on the name, you're going to buy it anyway.
What do you pack when traveling, skincare-wise?
I pack everything that I use when I'm home.
So do I.
I pack everything. So things like my P50, I do have a little travel bottle of that. I got the travel size, so I don't have to lug the larger bottle around. But otherwise, I pack everything that I use at home, I take with me where I'm going. And if I'm going somewhere like Arizona, where it's a lot more dry, I'll definitely pack maybe a more intense moisturizer with me that I wouldn't maybe normally use at home. Or like if I'm going skiing and I know I'm gonna get windburn, I might use something that's like a really thick, like that honey. Something like that. But otherwise, everything I use at home, I take with me. I have no shame. I'll line them all up on my bathroom counter in the hotel, like 16 steps if I need to. I don't care.
I do that, and my mum does that. My mum will come and visit us with a vanity bag, like an old-fashioned vanity bag.
That's what I have on top of my suitcase. It folds open, and I have all my makeup and skincare in there.
And she arrives with it like a handbag. Like, you know, if I'm going anywhere, my cleanser's coming with me, God damn it. And I've passed it on to my daughter. When we go on holiday, my husband's like, what are in your cases? And we both go, products. So I take everything. The only thing I take less of when I go somewhere hot is my acids and my retinols, because my skin's going to be challenged with the sun. I don't go crazy, so I might take enough to use them maybe twice a week, if that, because I'm going to be on holiday. I also kind of want a holiday from the regime.
Yeah.
And if you're sort of out sunbathing, or by definition of sunbathing, I mean walking out in the sun, you're just going to want hydration and moisture, really, and repair.
Yeah.
So.
Top 10 Holy Grail products.
Oh, okay. You want to go first?
Emma Hardy.
P50.
P50. I really like the new Tarte. That Tarte.
Yeah, I'm going to try the Tarte. I've bought the Tarte. Josh Rosebrook Hyaluronic Accelerator. All I'm doing is going through in order through my head, literally. The new product that we can't talk about, the Belief Eye Cream is lovely. I don't know if it's Holy Grail. I haven't got that far, but it's lovely. Josh's Vital Balm Cream, Jordan's Retinol. Actually, any of your serums, not to blow smoke up your butt. Yeah. The retinol, the Etoile, the facial oil.
Same thing. His cleanser, the
hydrating
retinol.
Serum. I mean, the hydrating mist with the hydrating serum on top.
Yeah, the mist. The mist is nice. And the mist is huge. You got a nice big one.
Huge. Nice work, young man.
Yeah.
And then Kate Somerville Deep Tissue Repair.
Okay, I have to try this. What is this? It sounds like a massage.
It's just like, you know.
I want one.
If Bentley's made a moisturizer.
Yeah. All right, now I'm gonna have to try it.
And then serums, it depends, because it's relative to whether I'm doing, you know, like I said, yours, or whether I'm doing a vitamin C. I love SkinCeuticals. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of 27 products already.
Yeah, there's a ton. It's hard to pick your favorites. It's like picking your favorite child, which would be me at least. I'm the favorite child, but I think it's always the first, isn't it? Don't lie.
I'm the first, meaning I'm the eldest.
Yeah, me too.
And just for context, my eldest son is sitting behind the camera. That's why she's saying that.
So he's like,
yeah, the eldest.
Concealer for women over 35 application, please.
Hydrating one. Don't ever use something that's ultra matte, and don't, for the love of God, bake. Please don't do that. I tried to do that and I look like the Mummy. I've tried a million ways. People are like, oh, you have to spray your sponge with MAC Fix Plus. I pick it up. Think about this. If you have crepey skin under your eyes, the last thing you want to do is add powder on top of that crepe to make it look extra dry and extra crepey. It's like,
yeah.
So use a moisturizer like the NARS. I know
the Zellen's concealer is amazing.
They make makeup?
Yeah, the Zellen's concealer is amazing, and it blends beautifully. And his foundation, his skincare and his products are made with a slightly older woman in mind, so that might be perfection. I know in London the girls are raving about the new by Terry one.
Yeah, I like that.
I haven't used that yet. Yeah, I haven't used that yet, but they rave about that one.
Yeah, those are like the serum-y concealers. It depends on how much coverage you need, but I don't ever like to be matte.
No.
So I would never
I would say
go
you can
to
be matte when you're dead.
Yeah, and I like the Tarte Shape Tape, but I have to mix that with my NARS. So
I find that oxidized. It oxidized on me so easily, the Shape Tape.
Yeah, that one is super matte though, and if I put that on my eye by itself,
I wouldn't put it on the eye. I use it on zips.
Yeah, it's full coverage and it's intense.
Is it ever possible to have 0 breakouts and basically perfect skin? Or should we expect some texture, some tiny dots, the occasional more serious spot as part of a normal life?
You will look like you have perfect skin if your skin is genetically dry. If you have dry skin, your skin will look like perfection because you have no pores. I mean, you have pores, but you can't see them. So your skin looks like a perfect canvas. Other than that, it's all fun and games.
Yeah, and even when you take excellent care of your skin, you're gonna get hormonal breakouts or something, stress,
sensitivities.
something. It's completely normal to get issues, and maybe your skin, maybe you're super stressed or you're in heat, you're gonna get a heat rash, or it doesn't matter how good you take care of your skin. Everyone gets something. I told you I'm Italian. I could grow a full damn beard.
Oh yeah.
If I wanted to. I had like an ingrown hair on my cheek. I was like, what is this? Or it was a blemish. So it's like anything can cause issues.
Proper order of acidic items. P50 type product before C, after C, hyaluronic before or after.
You want to go from lowest to highest, most acidic to least acidic. So you have to be careful too that they're not messing with each other's pH. So like the acid, vitamin C needs to be at a very specific pH for it to work. So you want to put the acid on, let it completely dry, then follow up with your vitamin C. And they say you should wait 15 minutes in between. I never do. Who has 15 minutes? Sometimes when they're like, you gotta wait 15 minutes in between these steps, I'm like, no, I'm in bed.
No, I do P50, vitamin C, hyaluronic, moisturizer, and I'm out the door. I mean, I'm not technically out the door.
Yeah.
If I'm out the door, then it's even more SPF, foundation, primer, blah, blah, blah. But I don't have the time to wait 15 minutes. And I'm not, I'm not sitting at my dressing table with my makeup artist applying it for me while I sip tea. I'm running around the house going, brush your teeth! Where's your book bag? Brush your teeth! Have you brushed your teeth? All for an hour.
Yeah. Now the only thing I wait or give any time are the nights that I'm using my retinol, my prescription strength retinols. I'll put that on and then I'll give it about 20 minutes before I put other stuff on, but that's typically...
Yeah, respect the retinol.
Yeah, you gotta, or sometimes I've had issues.
Respect the retinol.
What drew your attention to Steph? Was it her spectacular personality or her knowledge-based informative videos?
Her spectacular personality, the fact that she's black and white. I love that. There's no grey areas.
That's what I like about you.
Yeah, the fact that she does not bullshit. The definition of bullshit doesn't even enter into her character for a second. She's incredibly honest but genuine.
This is a hype show. She's hyping me up. Feels great.
And if she's generous, and I like to think I am in that way, that if Steph loves another YouTuber, the first thing she'll do is say, I found this from so and so, you should go and check them out. And I'll say, oh, I did this, and Steph just talked about this in her latest video, and she's a woman, not a girl.
Oh,
I love girls, but she's a woman, and she's fiercely proud to be a woman. And by that I mean there's no fake coyness, there's just no bullshit.
No, that's what I love about you too. I love it because a lot of times when you have an opinion on things, as a woman, they label you as a bitch, or that you're mean.
Argumentative.
Yeah, or that
mean.
you're direct, and it's like,
You're
why do
being
you
rude.
you have to like somehow dance around the topic that you don't like something, like the product has a feeling or something, like, you're being mean to this cleanser, it's gonna cry. It's like, who has the time? So I like it or I don't. Same thing. I don't know that.
How to tell if a facial is being done correctly. I want to get one, but I'm scared they'll be too rough on my skin or use bad products since I have very sensitive skin.
This is gonna be your expertise because she is trained.
Don't go. If you're worried, don't go. Do your research. Go word of mouth advice. If your friend says, I had this amazing treatment, you have to go, then go. If you saw it advertised in a magazine as a rave 5-star review and it's $300 or £300, don't go. See what products they sell. I have a cheat sheet. One of the first cheat sheets I wrote was what to look for in a facial, which was if you go in and the treatment room isn't clean, get the hell out of there.
Yeah.
If the therapist approaches you and you can smell her lunch or her cigarettes, get the hell out of there.
Onions and butts.
You know, if you're cold and they don't ask you if you're warm enough, and if the music's too loud, anything like that, if the attention to detail is not there, it won't be there when she touches your face. Get the hell out of there. So go word of mouth. People get a good reputation for a reason. So, you know, the reason that these individual facialists who have names become successful is that they have repeat business, and repeat business in facials is hard because there's so much competition. So if you find a good therapist, we call them therapists. I know in America it's a different thing. You know, you're not going to talk about your feelings, but they do, trust me. So go on your instinct. Don't ever let them do anything to you that feels uncomfortable. If you tell them it's hurting or you tell them you're not comfortable and they carry on, get off the bed.
Yeah.
You know, a good esthetician is intuitive to your skin. They'll know what they're going to do to you as soon as you walk through the door. Jordan, am I right?
Yep.
Yeah, I would say it's the same thing if they try to sell you stuff before they've touched your skin. And if you feel uncomfortable, I find a lot of people, they get scared or they feel like a sense of duty, even though you're paying for the service. Yeah, so if you feel like, oh, this doesn't feel right, but I'm just going to do it because I don't want to hurt their feelings, it's like, no, run.
No, yeah, just go by your instinct. And if your instincts flare up, it's probably for a reason.
What do you regret the most about your beauty past? Looks, things you did, things you did not do, etc.
A perm and blue eyeshadow.
Oh, I had a perm too. I think my perm looked phenomenal though.
Mine did not look phenomenal.
I had salon quality hair.
I did not have salon quality hair. Mine was heinous.
I looked like a poodle. I don't care. I would get a perm again today if they could make those little ringlet curls.
Yeah, Shirley Temple.
How does that not exist?
A perm, a bad idea.
Black eyeliner for me.
Black gothic crimped hair.
You had black hair.
Black crimped hair in the 80s.
You know what? I lied because I saw a wedding picture, I think, and you had dark hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know, I don't really say they're regrets. It's just what gets you to where you are.
No, mine were tweezers in the 90s. Someone should have slapped those out of my hand. That and black eyeliner. I wish someone would have taken it. Because when I was in college, I literally just used to put black eyeliner under here. No other, and I had eyelashes on still even then. Drag queen long eyelashes have been like since 99. I've been wearing those. But no, the black eyeliner, someone should have taken that off. Because my eyes are already kind of like slender, like little slivers. So when I put that much, it made my eye look so heavy. It just looked terrible. I was like, did I own a mirror? Did I look in it? No.
What can I do if BHA at 2% doesn't clear my blackheads? They are more like sebaceous filaments on my nose.
Then leave them alone.
Yeah, and you know what? I feel like the same thing. I read something that was talking about sebaceous filaments and blackheads still being extremely similar. There's like a slight little difference with them, but yeah, I don't know. If a BHA isn't really working, I'd say retinol will still help turn over your skin. I mean, it's not going to clear them out like that, but I think going to get them extracted is probably the best.
Yeah, go and get them extracted, and if the esthetician can't extract them, they're not meant to come out.
Yeah.
So don't obsess. People obsess about blackheads more than anything, and if that's your main concern, then you're doing well.
Yeah.
If your main concern is blackheads, something that you can easily cover, then you're doing well. If you're obsessing about them, you're going to make the area red raw and you're going to have broken capillaries. So chill out on the pores and the blackheads.
Scarring, big squeezing and nail marks and whatever else you're using.
How are your routines similar and how are they different?
I think the biggest difference probably is my Clarisonic.
Oh,
I like my cleaning device. But it's also because the reason I think Caroline has mentioned she doesn't like them too is people don't use them properly. I also wear a crap ton more makeup than Caroline wears. So she's in here, she's like, oh, I have a hyaluronic skin tint on and a little bit of blush, and her skin looks great. I'm wearing primer, foundation, concealer, contour, bronzer, blush, highlight, 9 different eyeshadow palettes, eyelashes. It's like I need all the help I can get to get that off. So if you use the devices properly, don't push too hard on them. That's the number one. Sometimes people think less is more with those things. So just let the bristles make contact with your skin if you are going to use them. And again, they're not for everybody. Some skin is super sensitive. Some people get broken capillaries on their nose. So you just have to be careful.
You're not sanding a table.
I know. Yeah, some people like...
What is the best form to use hyaluronic acid in? Serum, essence, cream?
Serum, I think, for me.
I'd go all. Because there's benefits to all, you know. An essence is better. An essence is really good if you're oily combination. A serum is good for all, and a moisturizer is better if you're dry. It's probably the easiest way of looking at it.
Yeah, I've been layering them. I've been doing that.
I love layering hyaluronic acid.
That serum, and then a milky lotion on top that's hyaluronic, and it's been really nice.
Hyaluronic acid is
slapping it in.
Hyaluronic acid. It's about time it got its due as the must-have ingredient in skincare. You know, vitamin C, yes, retinol, yes, they're sort of preventative and anti-aging, whatever you want to call it, but hyaluronic acid is what your body already has.
Yeah, naturally.
So the more you can give back and the more you can stop it depleting, the better your skin's going to look.
Best glow base. So many out there now. Nyan, Charlotte Tilbury, Lancome.
Oh, glow base, like a liquid highlighter for underneath your makeup.
Oh.
I've heard about that new Charlotte Tilbury one, but I haven't tried that yet.
I don't really use
You know, the one I actually really like the best is probably still the MAC strobe cream.
Yeah, strobing's good, and the Armani primer I said was good.
They make the L'Oreal one is almost exactly like the MAC one. You think it's cheaper, well it is, but you get half the amount that you get with the MAC one, so actually the MAC one comes out cheaper per ounce.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Any information on microneedling at home and dermatologist?
Yeah, I don't think people should do them at home. I think repeated trauma to your skin long term is going to cause toughening of your skin. And the same thing, some people, if you think about what we do in a day-to-day life, more responsibility, the idea that you're going to properly sterilize a device, not get an infection on your skin, not overdo it, not hurt yourself, I just think that's best left to professionals and let them handle that. I don't think you should be doing that at home.
So my girlfriend Teresa Tami's released an at-home kit that's designed to be used by her clients who travel a lot and can't get to see her to maintain their regimen. So she, and it's a whole thing, and it has a cleaning solution to keep the derma roller sterile. It's only a genuine derma roller from the company themselves. It's the smallest needle, so one that's been proven to be effective, but one that you can't really damage yourself with. So when I have people saying, well, I'm just going to order one from Amazon, what's the length of needle I need? I'm like, no, that's where I'm exactly where I am with you. Like, don't do it. If, however, you have derma roller treatments in a clinic and and your therapist talks you through it, and you're comfortable, then that's fine, but I wouldn't go higher than a 0.2, or like I'd keep it really, I'd keep it sparse. But if you do it in a clinic and you want the at home because you don't really want it, or you know, not everyone can afford to go, and that's fine. But make sure you do your research, make sure you do it properly. I mean, 5-6 years ago I was adamantly against it because people were using them the same way they do the Clarisonic, and it's too much. But I think with education it can be okay, but again, it's never going to be for anyone. You're not going to do it if you've got acne, for example. You're not going to do it if you've got sensitivity. So the people who can actually do it at home are a sort of isolated group anyway. Yeah,
and that's what I think. People are just going online and buying them, and they're thinking that it's going to solve. I've seen people try to go over acne with them, and so that's why I think it's best to have a doctor not only give you advice, say if it's right for your skin. I just think things like that are so invasive. And I think you should.
If you have acne scarring, you're not going to fix it with a derma roller if it is any color other than red. If it's red, dark burgundy, there still might be blood flow, so you might get some help. But then if your aim is to get rid of scarring that's older, you need to be in the office. That needs to be done by a pro. Maybe we should finish with a couple more so we can... We don't even know how long we've done, and we need to split this in two.
Biggest pet peeves in the beauty and biggest pet peeves in the beauty industry.
Oh, I've got 2 immediately, but you think before I say them because we might agree.
I hate the toxic
that's 3.
things. Label things toxic, and the same thing I've read in it. Once I read something that you said, it clicked in my mind too. I don't like that anti-aging.
Yeah.
We say that because the only way to not age is to die. So I don't like that. It's always too. It seems more so shaming women. Like we're not supposed to age. We're supposed to look a certain way. But I'm so used to saying anti-aging ingredients, anti-aging. Yeah. So that part I don't like. I hate these glitter masks.
Oh,
I hate these peel-off masks. I hate all the Sonic the Hedgehog color masks. I don't like the DIYs of let's
skin hacks.
Cayenne pepper and baking soda and lemon juice on my face.
Toothpaste with a toothbrush on your nose. Don't do that. Skin hacks. There is no hack for good skin. Don't do it. If you're going to call it a tip, that's fine. I have plenty of skin tips. There's no hack for good skin. Skin hacks, and what we were saying at lunch earlier, the race to the bottom. Yeah. The race to the bottom. Cheaper does not mean better. In some cases, things can be more affordable, and that's amazing and excellent. And we, as an industry, fully recognise that not everyone can afford a certain level of skincare. And it's great that there are affordable products out there, but cheaper, you will not get the same formula for $3 or $4 that you will at a higher price. And I'm not saying hundreds and hundreds of dollars or pounds. I keep talking as if it's only your channel. Hi, English people. The race to the bottom, I think, is scary because it's making people think 2 things. One, that you can get everything dirt cheap and it's going to have the same effect. It is not. If it did, there would be clinical trials on it. And 2, it is making people think that the industry is trying to rip you off, which obviously there's always going to be an element of people selling you something you don't need. It's the same in the car industry. It's the same in shoes and handbags. You don't need
makeup, everything.
You don't need that brand new handbag. You can buy one down the store for £3, a bag for life. It's all in context. It's about what you can afford. But the race to the bottom, for me, is the most damaging because it's making people have a negative idea on the beauty industry as a whole. And I know so many people in the industry who care deeply about their customers and their customers' skin that it really pisses me off when certain brands try and make out that everyone's just trying to rip you off, because it's not the case.
Yeah, that's part of their marketing scheme.
That is their marketing scheme. I ranted a bit too much there. Carry on.
No. I agree. It's funny because we were talking about all this stuff.
Would love to know which ingredients you both look for when choosing a morning cleanser. I'm struggling right now because everything out there, especially in the drugstore, seems to contain ingredients that strip and dry out the skin.
I like oil or jelly, like more of a solidified oil cleanser in the morning.
I like a cream cleanser in the morning.
Yeah, I like something gentle. I don't want anything
if you're worried about the drugstore, you can do CeraVe.
Yeah, the
hydrating cleanser is fine.
Yep.
And it's huge.
And that's, I think, the best cleanser at the drugstore. I like that Sonia Kashuk, that gel cleanser, but they've discontinued it now. I guess Target's discontinuing their whole line.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of Cetaphil.
Oh, you hate them.
I hate that cleanser like it's Spandau Ballet in the 1980s and they're going up against Duran Duran in the top 10. No. CeraVe, if you're in the drugstore, that's where you should be looking.
that one's
Neutrogena makes a couple of nice ones, not all of them. Neutrogena Naturals, Aven Naturals.
Your cleanser.
My cleanser.
Your cleanser's good.
If you could pick only one skincare product to use for the rest of your life, what would it be?
P50. P50.
You'd have to pry that from my cold dead hands.
Yeah, and I think so much to the point that we love it so much that when we die, instead of formaldehyde, if they used P50,
awesome.
and then we could go into the afterlife looking much younger and acidity did.
Yeah.
Maybe we should end on P50.
That's a good note.
Yeah, we should end.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in. I think part 1 is going to be on Steph's channel. So if you've joined us from Steph's channel and you've never seen me before, I'm really sorry.
You're missing out. No,
I'm really sorry if I offended you in any way. I'm sure I did.
No. And if she hasn't, give it time. She'll get to you. Take a number, get in line.
We will definitely film again when we're next together.
Yeah.
And thank you for your questions. All of those questions came from you. And we will see you soon. Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.